It was called the Colossus, or the Octopus. Even tractors could envy its off-road capabilities. Its versatility was simply astonishing. It served as a military tactical all-terrain vehicle, a flatbed truck, a dump truck, a chassis for various superstructures, and a semi-trailer tractor. The Tatra 813 is an all-wheel drive truck that was on a first-name basis with off-road terrain. Stay tuned to the channel, and you'll find out which design features made this all-terrain vehicle unique, and in what ways these trucks were considered the best military vehicles in the world. The story of this 8-wheel truck begins in the Slovak city of Brilliance, where one of the branches of the Czechoslovak company Tatra was located. It was there, in 1960, that the engineers of the design bureau at this branch created the first prototype of an all-wheel drive chassis, which would become the first attempt at building the Tatra 813 truck. The new chassis was intended to eventually replace the Tatra 138 trucks, whose mass production had been established a year earlier at the Tatra plant in Kopernic. It was an 8-wheeled chassis without a body, featuring 4 protected seats mounted on the fenders of the first 2 axles. The only protection, in the form of a motorcycle-style windshield made of plexiglass, was installed in front of the driver's seat. In this form, this experimental prototype could easily have fit in among the bizarre vehicles on the set of the legendary Mad Max film series. The all-wheel drive chassis underwent testing at one of Tatra's proving grounds and, overall, showed pretty good results. However, it never went into mass production. The factory in Banovice focused entirely on producing specialized types of the Tatra 111 and the new heavy tractor Tatra 141. They would return to work on the all-wheel drive 8-wheeled vehicle at the beginning of 1964. This time, they approached the project more thoroughly and created not only the chassis but also the body itself. This truck received an unusual cab with straight, sharp-edged design lines and many structural innovations. It was not just a single truck, but an entire series. The base was the 8-wheeled all-wheel drive model Tatra 813 Kolos, which could tow trailers with a total weight of up to 100 tons. Tatra also produced a civilian version with a 6x6 and 4x4 wheel configuration. The new vehicle was first demonstrated in August 1964 at the Tatra test range in the city of Banovice. Most of the components and assemblies used in the new all-wheel drive trucks came from the Tatra 138 model. By the fall of 1964, 4 more prototypes had been built based on the first vehicle, and they underwent comprehensive testing. And their driving performance was truly impressive. The Tatra 813 easily crossed trenches 1.5 meters wide and climbed slopes with a 30-degree incline. These were the best figures for trucks of this class at the time. All the vehicle tests were successful, and on March 24, 1967, the first production Tatra 813 Kolos with an 8x8 wheel configuration rolled off the Tatra assembly line. In 1969, the Chief Designer's Department also presented smaller versions of the 813 model, a 4x4 wheel configuration, which was intended to be a ballast tractor for trailers weighing 60 tons, and a 6x6 configuration, capable of towing up to 80 tons. Powerful airport tractors for servicing aircraft weighing 300 tons were also built in cooperation with the West German company Siemens. But after the Prague Spring and the subsequent military invasion of Czechoslovakia by the USSR and the Warsaw Pact countries, harsh political repressions began. Any cooperation with West Germany or NATO countries was prohibited. And the only surviving example of this equipment is preserved at the Ruzin airport. Like all Tatra trucks, the military model was built according to a similar design principle, which involved the use of a backbone frame, independent suspension with swinging half-axles, and air-cooled engines. The backbone frame is a unique development by the leading Austrian automotive engineer Hans Ledwinka, who in the 1920s worked as the head of the automotive department at the Tatra company. Its design was completely different from traditional ladder frames, which consist of 2 longitudinal beams and several cross members fastened together with rivets or welding. With the backbone frame, everything is much simpler. Its construction is simply a tube that runs along the longitudinal axis of the car and serves as the mounting point for the engine, gearbox, suspension, and drivetrain. The casings of the power unit, transmission, and final drive are also parts of the frame. All these components are mounted rigidly. The drive shaft, which transmits torque from the gearbox to the axle differentials, runs inside the tube. The advantage of such frames, especially for multi-ton trucks, is their exceptional resistance to bending and twisting. Dump trucks with a backbone frame can easily unload while tilted to the side and can even move without one of the front wheels. Another advantage of the backbone frame is the ability to quickly build trucks with different wheelbases and numbers of axles. In fact, this type of frame has a modular design. All you need to do is add or remove an extra pipe section, and you can easily increase or decrease the truck's wheelbase and choose the required number of axles. The first car to feature a backbone frame was the Tatra 11 passenger model, built in 1923 at the Tatra factory in Koprivnice. From then on, for many decades, all Tatra passenger and cargo vehicles would be built on a backbone frame. It would become the company's trademark and bring it incredible success. A distinctive feature of all Tatras was the camber of the rear wheels, which is especially noticeable when the car is unloaded. This kind of wheel camber is created by a special design of the rear independent suspension with swinging half axles. The Tatra 813 also inherited all these design features characteristic of Czech trucks, in particular the V-shaped 12-cylinder air-cooled T930 engine, which was built on the basis of the 8-cylinder engine from the Tatra 138 truck by adding 4 extra cylinders. But is that even possible? You might ask. It's entirely possible. After all, Tatra developed modular air-cooled diesel engines. The cylinders of these power units were not arranged in a single block, but had separate individual heads, which made it possible to create a large number of engine modifications with different numbers of cylinders. As for the 12-cylinder T930 engine, which was installed on the Tatra 813, it was air-cooled, had a displacement of 17.6 liters, and produced 250 horsepower. Its main advantage was its ability to run on multiple types of fuel. It could run on many types of fuel mixtures, from gasoline and diesel to aviation fuel. The transmission in this truck was unique, one that even tractors could envy. It had a 5-speed gearbox with a 2-speed demultiplier, which together provided 10 forward gears and 2 reverse gears. But that's not all. An additional 2-speed planetary reducer was installed in the transfer case, increasing the number of gears to 20 forward and 4 reverse. In addition, additional planetary reducers were installed in the wheel hubs of the vehicle, which reduced the load on the transmission and improved traction performance. All this allowed the trucks to operate within a wide range of speeds, from as little as 1 or 2 kilometers per hour up to a maximum of 90 kilometers per hour. The majority of the 813 series trucks were produced in a 4-axle configuration, but thanks to the modular backbone frame, 2- and 3-axle trucks with 4x4 and 6x6 wheel arrangements were also manufactured. The last model was a shortened version of the basic 4-axle vehicle, which was also called the Octopus. The Tatra 813 was available with a choice of 2 cab options, a single row and a double row cab. In the double row cab, there was a 4-seat bench in the back that could be converted into 2 sleeping berths. Under the rear seats was an independent diesel heater, which, in addition to its main function of heating the cab interior, also provided battery warming, windshield defrosting, and preheating the engine before starting. The massive engine compartment, which protruded into the truck's cab, was covered with a special multi-layer fabric that provided sound and thermal insulation. The cab was non-tilting, so during repairs, access to the engine was made directly from the interior. What truly impressed about the Tatra 813 cabs was their large glazed area, which provided a full 360-degree panoramic view. The Tatra 813 was also equipped with a power takeoff unit, which allowed the vehicle to be paired with additional mechanisms. Some truck modifications were even fitted with bulldozer blades. Such vehicles were actively used as snow removal equipment in the Czechoslovak army. The excellent off-road capability of the all-terrain vehicle was ensured by its high ground clearance, 38 centimeters, and by the locking mechanisms for the interwheel and interaxle differentials with electro-pneumatic drive. The suspension of all the truck's wheels is independent. On the 8-wheeled all-terrain vehicle, the suspension is leaf spring of the bogie type, while on the 3-axle version, it is a combination of leaf spring and torsion bar. The vehicle's single tires were equipped with a centralized inflation system, which could adjust the tire pressure even while driving. And the compressor that pumped the air could maintain the necessary pressure even after 12 punctures in the tires. If the damage was more severe, 1 or 2 wheels could be suspended using a special mount, allowing the vehicle to keep moving. The 4 front wheels were steerable. The truck consumed 50 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers. The steering system was equipped with power steering. The truck's braking system was pneumatic and drum type. Most 8-wheeled trucks were produced for military purposes. That's why they were additionally equipped with a horizontal winch with hydraulic drive. It was located at the rear of the vehicle and consisted of a large diameter drum onto which a thick steel cable 100 meters long was wound. The Tatra 813 chassis was used to mount RM-70 multiple rocket launcher systems, which were analogous to the Soviet BM-21 Grad multiple rocket launcher system. These vehicles were equipped with an armored cab featuring a filter ventilation unit. These artillery rocket systems were exported to East Germany, Romania, India, and Egypt. In the 1970s, the Tatra 813 truck was used in the East German Army as a tractor for the 130mm M46 gun. The trucks were also used to transport pontoons and bridge sections. In total, 375 Tatra 813 trucks were delivered to the armies of the German Democratic Republic and Poland, while the Czechoslovak army received 1,447 vehicles. Civilian versions of the Tatra 813 with an 8x8 wheel configuration were produced as dump trucks and as chassis for mounting cranes, ladders, and various firefighting equipment. The curb weight of these vehicles is 14 tons, and the payload capacity in the dump truck modification ranges from 17 to 21 tons. For the 8x8 version, the permissible weight of the road train can reach up to 100 tons on highways and 12 tons on rough terrain. Most civilian Tatra 813 vehicles were either 2-axle or 3-axle. They did not have permanent all-wheel drive or a centralized tire inflation system, roof hatches, an electric fuel pump, or a filtered ventilation system. These included various flatbed trucks and dump trucks, chassis for special equipment, airfield, ballast, and tractor units. They were supplied mainly to the countries of the Warsaw Pact. Of all the models in the 813 series, the 3-axle Tatra 813 TR with a 6x6 wheel configuration was exported to the USSR, as well as a small number of flatbed Tatra 813s with an 8x8 wheel configuration. The 3-axle ballast tractors operated in tandem with trailers with a load capacity of 63 tons. They were used for laying gas pipelines and for transporting various types of heavy construction equipment. Some of these vehicles also operated in the harsh conditions of the far north. In total, from 1967 to 1982, 11,700 Tatra 813 trucks were produced in Kopervnis. Today, after specialized modernization, these trucks are used to participate in various demonstration sports races and rallies.